Hello there, I'm Martin Sure Ondiwa from Kenya. I'm the founder and CEO of Green Farms. I'm also a 2021 Anzisha Fellow. So today, let us chat. Yeah, so many young people are asking themselves how is other young entrepreneurs making it outside there? How comes they're able to do things that make them be recognized by some international organization and all that, and how do they approach it, being that getting capital as a young person is challenging. You don't have money, you don't have the real estate and all that. There's so many things that the older people have. Some of us are raised in backgrounds that are not also that good. So many people have been keeping asking questions on how they can do it, and how can they can ensure that they also travel the journey of entrepreneurship, maybe even without getting employment. So allow me today to introduce you to the biggest funders of my business, to actually maybe give you a hint on how maybe you can also work it out, maybe using your environment and using the things that are available. Not necessarily maybe being that you come from a rich background, or maybe a background that is low to maybe as you rate it, but because I believe that every person has the opportunities, has the potential, and every potential is in your hands. So my greatest business supporter, if I can say, is my mom. She was able to recognize my talent as a very young person. Yeah, she actually developed me to think entrepreneurially. She would divide some portion of land, and I would plant some beans, some maize, just for me, and she would sell them and maybe buy me a chicken and all that. So when I also thought of the idea of green farms after finishing my 12th grade in 2018, she also came in strongly to support me morally, and sometimes even financially. She came in support, and we were able to start off the farm. I remember in September I was supposed to report in school because I had qualified for university, and so I had to leave home and go to the city of Nairobi, that is kilometers away. It's so many kilometers away. So he came in strongly and acted as the manager at that point. We had not got any full-time employee for the farm, so she came in strongly to ensure that the farm was running, and she kept in contact with me, and she ensured that everything was really working out well. I can also give accolade to my father. He also was in support much. I was able to approach him at the time I wanted to venture into green farm, and he actually gave me land for free to just test my idea, because the idea was really new. People had been growing maize and beans, the conventional crops, and here is me coming with the idea of vegetables and the fruits and all that. It was not easy for a common man to actually accept that, but he came in and gave me the support. The land that I started with, that now I've developed, leasing some lands and also acquiring some, was actually freely given from him. I can also say that my brothers have also been instrumental. I have a brother who is an accountant. Whenever, after doing my accounting things, I give him and he checks and he sees the balances. Because for me, I don't have a background in accounting. I never did accounting in high school, and currently I'm also an engineering student. So he brings his expertise to actually come in support of me, and we have been working together with him, and with time he is going to be like our employee, because for now we have been like not paying him much. And also my two brothers, David and Nashun, also came in strongly financially to support the project. Actually, this year we had done a project together with them that involved around 1,200 avocados and 1,200 pawpaws that we planted to ensure that the farm it has a future. Avocado, for example, is something that is long term, and we plan to recruit people to growing it. And this needed some example, and to act as an example, we needed to do something that was actually would stamp in and maybe bring some interest in it. They came in strongly to support it financially. Then also, I can say that apart from the family, I've also gotten some support from organizations that support young entrepreneurs. And this is where now Anzisha comes in. Anzisha is an organization by the ALA in South Africa. They have really become into support. I was selected as 2021 fellow, and we were taken through an induction period. And what really stood out for me was actually how I can maybe work on my business to make it last. Yeah, you know, several businesses for started with young people maybe fall within 1 to 2 years. But these are people who told me how to approach the market, how to make the market, how to make accounting work. And in February, we were taken through sales delivery modules that was very helpful. They have also kept us, given us a coach that we had to meet each and every month, and also $1,000 stipend after every 6 months that are just made to keep us solid in trying to make things work in terms of developing strong entrepreneurship and things that can actually come to change the world. Yeah, so I can also, lastly, I can give an accolade to my workers too. They have also been of greatest support. They are people who are really passionate about work. I do have two categories of workers: the people that are casuals that comes in when there's bulk work, and two full-time employees. The two full-time employees are Martin and Onyango Uwar. So these are people who are really passionate, and every time that there's need, because most of the time I'm away, they are able to contact me and consult me, and if there's a need for money, I am able to deliver at the right time to ensure that things are done the right way. Yeah, so as an entrepreneur, the last thing I can tell you is that work with your environment and be friendly to your workers and the people you work with, to ensure that at the time that you still don't have much solid background or maybe much money, you keep your circle solid and use them as opportunity to scale up, because it is a struggle, it is not easy, and you have to be very, very resilient to actually win it. Thank you.